Et accueillir votre président de la Tribune de la presse. Please welcome your Parliamentary Press Gallery President. That's very hard to say. Philippe-Vincent Foisy.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Good evening. Donc, je m'appelle Philippe-Vincent Foisy, je suis président de la Tribune de la presse. I'm also known as the West Block Space Manager. Honestly, it's such a shitty building. And they're saying we'll get used to it in 10 years. Hopefully by then, Lynn Bayak will have understood that there was nothing good with residential schools. Merci au Musée canadien de l'histoire de nous recevoir ce soir. C'est un plaisir d'être dans cette magnifique salle. Merci à tous les employés aussi qui travaillent au service ce soir. Merci énormément. Merci beaucoup à Marie. Merci à Mike Lecouteur aussi d'animer ce soir. Merci beaucoup. So tonight is on the record if there's a microphone in front of you. So you're on the record only if you're on stage or if you're speaking to Jody Wilson-Raybould. The past few months have been quite fun. It was kind of a Canadian version of Game of Thrones. We're not sure who's who. If you read a Globe and Mail, you'll probably think Jody Wilson-Raybould is Daenerys Targaryen. If you read Le Devoir, you might think Justin Trudeau is Jon Snow. But we can all agree on that Michael Wernick, White Walker. L'affaire SNC-Lavalin, ça a été un peu compliqué. Hein? Il y a beaucoup de monde qui me demandait what's inappropriate pressure? And someone told me, you know, it's like receiving a picture from Tony Clement 20 times. It's wrong. So the Governor General's not here tonight. Julie Payette ne pouvait pas être ici ce soir. Elle est sûrement en train de préparer le prochain remaniement ministériel. Chaque fois qu'on voyait Julie Payette cette année, c'était vraiment intéressant parce qu'elle parlait avec David Saint-Jacques qui était dans l'espace. Et on pouvait voir dans les yeux de Julie Payette qu'elle se disait « Oh mon Dieu, que j'aimerais être dans l'espace moi aussi. » Mais ce qu'on ne voit pas sur les images, c'est tous les employés de Julie Payette qui se disaient « Oh mon Dieu, on aimerait ça, nous aussi, qu'elle soit dans l'espace. » Merci. Le premier ministre Justin Trudeau est ici ce soir. Monsieur le Premier ministre. So the Prime Minister is running on the same kind of strategy he did in 2015, blaming Stephen Harper, leftist agenda, and if it wasn't for Jagmeet Singh, he'd be third in the polls. Okay, come on. Let's be honest. The SNC-Lavalin mess could have been avoided. You just had to name Raj Grewal President of the Treasury Board and Nicolas Diorio Attorney General. That would have been so easy. Non, mais on s'entend quand même que vous avez eu envie de retourner en Inde. Ça aurait été le fun, un petit voyage costumé, ça aurait changé la tension. The leader of the official opposition is here tonight, Mr. Scheer. Vous êtes mieux de faire attention à ce que vous dites ce soir, M. Scheer, hein? Parce que les mises en demeure arrivent vite ce temps-ci. The René Lévesque of the West is here tonight, Mr. Kenny. Félicitations pour votre élection. C'était beau de vous voir avec M. Scheer là, sur la une du Maclean's, avec tous les autres conservateurs, là, la résistance. Vous vous souvenez de cette page-là? Là? Oh. We're not sure, though, if it's kind of the Backstreet Boys 20 years later or the Star Wars villains. May the Fourth be with you. Jagmeet Singh est ici ce soir. Monsieur Singh, bonsoir. Félicitations pour votre élection. I hope you're enjoying being at a table with 8 people. It's probably more than the numbers of NDP MPs running again this year, so enjoy. On a beaucoup parlé du Bloc québécois aussi cette année, le Bloc québécois qui va vraiment bien depuis que Martine Ouellette n'est pas là. Ne vous inquiétez pas, elle ne fait pas de discours ce soir. Tout va bien aller. Non, mais pour vrai, on a eu des nouvelles de Martine Ouellette récemment qui a lancé un magazine. Donc, après le PQ, le Bloc québécois, les magazines. On peut vraiment dire que Martine Ouellette a un sens pour les bonnes affaires, là, au point où Radio-Canada l'a invitée à remplacer Caroline Néron au Dragon. Donc, merci au juge en chef de la Cour suprême, Richard Wagner, qui est ici ce soir. Monsieur Wagner, merci beaucoup. Merci au président de la Chambre des communes, au président du Sénat qui sont ici ce soir, aux juges de la Cour suprême, ministres, députés, sénateurs, National Chief of the Assembly of First Nation, President of ITK, High Commissioner, Ambassadors, merci beaucoup d'être ici ce soir. Il y a aussi le ministre de l'Économie du Québec, Pierre Fitzgibbon, qui est ici ce soir. On peut le saluer. D'ailleurs, bravo au gouvernement du Québec d'avoir taxé les géants du Web. Vraiment, félicitations. En passant, M. Morneau, si jamais vous voulez mettre vos culottes dans ce dossier-là, M. Fitzgibbon me disait que vous les avez oubliés chez Netflix. So an event like tonight wouldn't have been possible without the generosity of the companies we work for. Thank you to our sponsors, the Platine sponsor, the Globe and Mail. Thank you very much. Les commanditaires argent, Bloomberg, CPAC et CTV, merci énormément. Huawei wanted to sponsor the evening tonight. We said no. But unfortunately, we haven't seen Elizabeth Thompson since then. Joke me, this is a joke about Japan, about China. There's a diplomatic issue with Japan, with China. J'aimerais aussi remercier du fond du cœur des gens qui rendent cette soirée possible, des gens qui travaillent fort à tous les jours pour rendre notre quotidien de journaliste beaucoup plus facile, les gens de la Tribune de la presse. Alors j'aimerais ça vous remercier Daniel, Olivia, Ray, Evan, Pierre, Jordan, Paul, Dominique, Philippe, Éric, Shane, Christine, Éric, Jacques, Stéphanie, Pierre et Colin. Merci beaucoup. Je vais terminer mon discours ce soir en saluant tous les journalistes qui sont ici, qui se donnent corps et âme pour que les Canadiens puissent mieux comprendre la politique, pour que les Canadiens puissent avoir une voix, pour que les Canadiens puissent avoir la vérité. Everyone here tonight is fighting for truth, is fighting for democracy, and is fighting for Canadian. And it's an honor, dear colleagues, to be your president. It's also an honor tonight to be in the presence of two special guests, two journalists who stood up against horror, who risked their lives to make sure that the Syrian people would have access to truth. The White Helmet Maïsen El-Misri and Man Al-Haboud fought for truth, fought for freedom, fought for everything we stand for. And it's a real, real honor to have you with us tonight. Thank you. Donc, comme chaque année, la Tribune de la presse offre un don de 5 000 $ à une fondation. And this year, we chose to help the Canadian Journalism Foundation, CBC Indigenous Journalism Fellowship. And to accept the donation, please welcome Nathalie Turvey, President and Executive Director of CGF, along with the past fellowship recipient, Jasmine Kabataye.
Merci Philippe-Vincent. Bonsoir. Good evening to the Prime Minister, honorable members of Parliament, and to the stellar gallery journalists in the room tonight. C'est un honneur pour moi d'accepter ce don au nom de la Fondation pour le journalisme canadien. On behalf of the Canadian Journalism Foundation, our heartfelt gratitude to Philippe-Vincent, Tonda McCharles, and the Parliamentary Press Gallery. The donation from tonight's dinner will make a meaningful contribution to the CJF-CBC Indigenous Journalism Fellowships. Thank you. For nearly 30 years, the Canadian Journalism Foundation has been a force for excellence in journalism, most recently through our program Newswise, bringing news literacy skills to school-aged Canadians. And we were thrilled to announce this week that thanks to a $1 million grant from the Google News Initiative, Newswise can bring vital news literacy skills to voting-age Canadians as they navigate an increasingly complex news environment as they head to the polls this fall. Through our monthly J-Talk series, we highlight the critical role journalism plays in a healthy democracy, and we've been fortunate to have many of the great journalists in our audience tonight on our stage. Through our awards and fellowships, we honor excellence, and we provide important opportunities for next generation journalists through our Indigenous Journalism Fellowships. The fellowships were spearheaded by CJF past chair and venerable Press Gallery alum Robert Lewis, and they're now in their 7th year. The reporting from the fellowships brings vital Indigenous voices, stories, and perspectives to Canada's major media through our partner CBC News. And the reporting aims to foster better comprehension of Indigenous issues across the country. I'm thrilled to be joined by one of our past fellows, Jasmine Kabatai, to say a bit about her fellowship experience. Jasmine is Anishinaabe from the Seine River First Nation near Thunder Bay. Jasmine.
Hello. Oh, wow, okay. How's it going, everybody? All right, so I'm here to talk about the Indigenous Journalism Fellowship that I won last year, and I can honestly say it's been incredibly influential to my career. Before I won it, I was laid off by Star Metro because they rebranded and they didn't need me, so that was really sad. But then I won this, and because of this, I have garnered a lot of opportunities after it. So I worked at CBC, KW in Hamilton a month after my stay in Winnipeg. And next week I will be starting at CBC Indigenous, working on a project with them. So it's really exciting. And it's given me a lot of things I didn't think I would do, okay? I did not think I would be on camera ever, and I did an explainer video with me on camera, and I was like, what the hell? And I did it! This award is super important. It really is, because it's helped people like me. And it has given Indigenous voices amplified. It's amplified them, if you will. And I'm very happy to be a part of that. But there is still work that needs to be done in newsrooms, a lot of it, including things like panels, for example. I see panels where they're talking about Indigenous topics or issues, and there's no Indigenous representation on that. And that is not good. It's 2019. We need to have those on that. And then it's just, we need to get better. We need to get better. And I see reporters not making those connections with Indigenous communities. That needs to be a very, a big part of what you do. I just think that. And it's up to newsrooms to hire Indigenous reporters and to keep looking for Indigenous voices, because there's lots of mistakes out there that don't need to be there. And with Indigenous voices, it'll help. And yeah, thank you.